savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my rose.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
There we go, 37's the Mike. Mike 30. Watch the run, watch the run. There we go, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Yeah, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball. There we go, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Here we go, here we go.
To throw is Brissett. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here we go.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Hey, we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett flinches with a catch over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Check 41. Well, baby, come on, let's go.
On third down, Hines. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready. Check 55, Mike. Yeah. You don't want none.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Texans' 32-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
He's coming. Double up.
They run with Hines. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. The gun, Brissett. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Whitney merciless. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On the left side, this is Stills. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Coming to you, coming to you. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Silver, silver. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
A gain of 14.
Let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
It's a pickup of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3rd and 2, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Keep it up, keep it up.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now on 2nd and 13, Watson. His throw caught right around the 6. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Watch the screen.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
58 Mike, 58 Mike.
Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on third and goal from the 2. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
This fielded at the 2. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
26, Mike.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A 1st down throw for Brissett. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Paris Campbell. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
41, Mike. 41.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch the twist. Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Here we go. 41's the Mike. 40.
Here's Brissett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Whitney merciless. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Jones on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Motion. Hey, alert! 26 Mike. I'm trying to...
Watson on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Go. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. 24. Back and go full strength. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. 26 Mike. Alert. You ain't got nothing. Hey, alert 3. Staying open. Let him go.
Watson looks to throw again. To the right side and complete to Thomas. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Hatch it.
On It's 2nd and 15 now. Watson caught left side Hopkins. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Banjo, 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 banjo.
Now Watson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes...
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Whitney merciless in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Brissett now. And this will complete right side to Funchess. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Let's go. Eight together. Let's go, D. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Go. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Jones. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Watson now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
First down, Houston.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Right here. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Back it. Back it. 26. Here we go.
Again, it's Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. And watch the leg. 26 Mike. 26. Hey, check. 26 Mike. Know your job. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you've got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Here's Watson on the sneak, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Mike 41. Mike 41. Hey.
Brissett. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here we go. Time of the ending. The time is up. Mike 41.
Throwing, Brissett, and he's got Rodgers. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. 66.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, it's Hines. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They run again with Hines. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line.
No. And we go 37's to Mike. Mike 37. Drop deep. And we go 30.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This is Hines. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Brissett sets to throw it. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Devin Funches, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 5. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Strong left. Hey, watch the slant.
Now Brissett. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Brissett. And he gets it to Funches complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now it's Hines. And he's got room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Watson, he's going to let it fly. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Indianapolis, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles...
S-T-R-O. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting